Frequently people ask me how to really learn to play guitar and read notes, learn to read music, and that is so valuable because if you learn to read music on the guitar, you can play anything. Mel Bay is known for its note reading curriculum, and there's 4 books in particular that I'd recommend that'll really get you started and build a very solid note reading foundation. Here they are. First Lessons, Learning Notes, Playing Solos. This is another short, concise book, and you can get it as a book CD or as a book CD DVD package. It contains 94 solos and studies teaching note reading. It's very easy to understand. It's laid out in a very easy to comprehend fashion. It has a play-along CD. There's a special appendix in this book on how to string a guitar, also a section on tempo terms, dynamic terms, phrasing terms, types of guitars you might want to buy, and also a popular section on frequently asked questions. The modern guitar method has been around since 1947. It's gone through a number of revisions, and it still is the dominant method for teaching modern style, pick style guitar. That's on a worldwide basis. A few years ago I redid it, and what we did is we call it the expanded modern guitar method. It has everything, every note that was in the original. But what we did is we made it way more horizontal, and we added a lot of new stuff. Now there's over 500 solos and duets and over 600 picking, scale, and chord studies in the modern guitar method. And let me take you through it book by book. Plus we also added all these supplements for every level, and I'll talk about those too. Start with Grade 1 Expanded. Now, you can get just the book on any of these, or you can get the book with the CD package. Usually it's 2 CDs. So here's Grade 1. It teaches the basic notes, chords, and scales in the key of C, A minor, G, and E minor. You can get a DVD also with Grade 1. It has over 150 note picking and scale studies. There's over 100 solos in Grade 1 alone. You've got 13 duets included. Comprehensive Guitar Note Reading Guide. This is a really good, comprehensive note reading book for the beginning to intermediate level note reader. What I did here was to take most all of the note reading studies and solos from our 3 top-selling guitar methods. That would be the Modern Guitar Method Grade 1, Mastering the Guitar Book 1A, and First Lessons Guitar, and I put them into one book. So you will play an incredibly diverse amount of solos and picking studies in the keys of C, A minor, G, and E minor. The book has 140 pages. I can think of no more complete note reading text for the beginning to intermediate student available anywhere. When you finish with this, then you can go into Guitar Journal's Mastering the Fingerboard to continue into advanced note reading studies on the guitar. Mastering the Fingerboard is part of our Guitar Journal series. And I always tell people, if you're just going to buy one book, this is probably the one I'd recommend. And here's why. You begin with what I call single string studies, where you'll play a melody just on one string. You'll play every note in the entire melody on the first string, and then you'll play another melody where every note is on the second string. And that'll get you to know exactly what notes are on every string. This is an ideal book for note reading. Then you'll have what I call same note studies, where you'll play, for example, a study where every note is a G note, but every G is played in a different place on the guitar fingerboard. So you'll have to learn where every single note is, and that goes through all the notes. Then the next thing, 4 key positions are shown in a scale, arpeggio, and linear study. By linear study, I mean like a 16 to 24 bar etude is presented. They're kind of like Bach inventions. But you've got every scale shown in 4 position. You've got the arpeggio on that scale in that position. And then you've got an extended linear etude. And these are also really great for developing tone, for developing style, phrasing, to say nothing of reading. And this goes through every single key. So there's 96 of these linear studies all told. So just think of the playing material in there. That's 96 different extended etudes that you would play in every key imaginable. And then at the very end, it ties it all together. You have an extended etude of 32 bars, where it'll start with for example, the C etude. It goes through all keys. You'll start with the C etude, then it'll start in first position. Then you'll play it in second position. Then it'll modulate. The melody will modulate to fifth position. It's a different melody for each position, and then you'll go up to seventh position. So it gets you basically tying all the 4 positions into one etude. So by the time you're done with this book, you'll be able to play and read in any position on the guitar fingerboard. It's extremely thorough. I really recommend this book.